Now that Martin is comfortably sat down, we'd like to introduce our next guest, the latest Newcastle Town podcast. So, evening to you, Martin.
Good evening.
More importantly, evening to you, Josh.
Good evening.
Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Right, I was going to give you a bit of a lowdown as to how this has come about.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for a little while, met a few of your colleagues from the start of the season, and everyone's enjoying the podcast, quite liking it. They did say we need to up our game a little bit, though, didn't they? Oh, that doesn't matter. Yeah. This is up our game. So I said, they said, why don't you get that footballer JJ on?
JJ.
So, I look into my little contacts book. Yeah. And I thought, oh, bloody hell, he's played for like Newcastle, Spurs, and even England as well. But you're it. It's not quite the right one, but hopefully we'll be forgiven. So we've got
on for the future.
Our JJ, the main man, and our champion centre half this season. It's good to have you on the programme, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
So, tell us first about how you're finding things playing at the club.
Yeah, enjoying it. It's a good start, I think. Even though we lost, was it the first two? Thought I settled in quite well and sort of carried on enjoying it, especially next to my partner Stubbsy.
We've noticed.
Yeah, that has been noted. We are going to come back to that. That's a beautiful burgeoning relationship you have, both on the field and maybe in other ways too. But we'll come to that at a later stage. But before we do, so tell us a little bit about yourself, because you're at uni in Manchester, but you're from somewhere called Brig, which I haven't heard of, but couldn't tell you where it was. No, it's a cheese, mate. He's not from France.
Yeah.
I think so.
So, from Brig, which is near Scunthorpe, if people know where Scunthorpe is.
I'm glad to say that.
So, and then just grew up playing local grassroots football. Went to Grimsby Town when I was younger. It didn't work out to start with, so went back to grassroots, and then I think it was under 12, under 13, went back, was there for 2 years, and then finished there and went straight into men's football at 15, 16, so was thrown in at the deep end.
Who was that for?
It was a local team called Brigensians, so sort of followed family tradition, so my dad and uncles been playing there, so they got us in there, and from there I went into my local first team. That was sort of my first paid football role in a way, and then stayed there for a couple of years and then moved to Manchester. So now at uni, my last year, and it's going well. So
going to the university thing, because a lot of people say that footballers aren't very smart fellas, don't they? So who's it that you had to pay to get in?
Well, I get asked that a lot, to be fair. Being
but
from
what's the course? Tell us about the course.
So the course I do is business and coaching. So there's a lot of insight to the sort of money background in how all the money's made, and all the coaches and what coaches do, and what the players do with the coaches, and it's probably very knowledgeable as a footballer to know what the different aspects of a coach is. So for a Saturday morning when I go coach, sort of take that into my coaching role and sort of try and do it to the best of my ability, even if the kids do start crying. Or
you make the kids cry.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a good thing.
if they come off laughing after a game, I think my job's done a good job.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it can be very challenging. Pardon?
What age groups do you work with?
At the minute, it's under 7 and under 8s, so they're just learning, which can be challenging. But when you see them happy and kicking a football at you at the end of the day, it's quite rewarding. And
are they quite receptive to you?
Some of them
can
are.
They understand your accent?
Some can. Some look at you gone out and think, who's this guy telling me what to do?
This guy.
Thinking they know what their best option is, or know what's better for them. Yeah. But yeah, it's been good for the last couple of years coaching. So
something you think you'll carry on with?
Yeah, I think I will. Sort of maybe towards the strength and conditioning side. sort of gained focused in that. So
Yeah.
Has doing the coaching, has that kind of given you a different perspective as a player as well about how you approach maybe your game or how you look at the game as a whole?
I think from a playing perspective, it's all right. You getting told from the manager how we play, and then even taking that into my coaching, it's sort of helped in a way. 'Cause obviously, you're with men essentially playing football, and then you go to a Saturday morning coaching club and you're with 7-8-year-olds, so the language barrier, you've got to sort of put that up and stop yourself from screaming and shouting. But yeah,
You don't strike me as a screaming, shouty kind of guy.
No, I
You're
don't get
more
that.
like you're firm, but you're fair.
I
That's
think
what I see.
if I need to, I will be. But
Maybe we'll see it this season.
yeah, just not yet.
Watch out, Stumpy. There may be some high ground still to cover.
Yeah, I'd say I'm quite firm with how I speak and just try and get my point across. So
So I should point out, which I didn't at the start of the podcast, we are back in our traditional location of Crossways. One of our sponsors, of course, at the football club. So
Yes.
always good for them to host us.
Yeah, they've had a business card today.
You've had a coffee as well. Very sensible. Very sensible. I've not quite followed suit, but I'm your driver. Yeah, well, I'm your passenger for you.
Josh,
You don't know
Josh
that
didn't
yet.
punch it.
Don't want to risk it with Paul at Trolley. That's fair enough. So, so just tell us about how you sort of found the experience of playing them this season. Because it's been quite, you were one of many changes in the team. Obviously, we've still got quite a core nucleus local to here, which is really important for any club. But there's quite a few you Northern lads come in and upset
Yeah, I
the
think-
apple cart, so.
I think for me it was just more of game time, trying to play at the highest level I can. Obviously being at sort of within Altrincham and their reserves last season, trying to work my way up and playing step 4 for, I think it was a month or so last season. This season it was just a case of trying to find somewhere where I can get settled in and just play as many games as I can, just to find my feet sort of thing really, and I think I'm doing that at the minute, or I feel like I'm doing that at the minute, so
You feel settled.
I feel like I'm settled, yeah. I think especially coming into a new club, you always expect the unexpected with new personnel, and I think the lads have took us on really well, and I think I've merged into a really good group of lads and sort of showing that on the pitch. So yeah.
We've seen that at training as well. Just the few sessions that we've
Yeah.
been to, there seems to be a really good cohesion in the group.
Yeah, I think
Everyone seems to be enjoying
I
themselves.
think now we've all got settled in and got to know everyone on and off the pitch. I think that comes as a natural, just a bit of a laugh at training, but then when you need to be serious, you're serious. And I think we're doing that really well.
So you mention it now, getting to know each other on and off the pitch. It's not so much an elephant in a room, but it's become very noticeable of late that there's potentially a certain man in your life that he really seems to want to get you better. Now I know he stands quite close to you on the field. I've seen your little video sessions before you go out and train. Seen him giving you hugs and stuff. Tell us about this bromance with Carl, because I think he's very, very keen.
I think we just gelled as soon as we was put together against Withenshaw. I think the talking just started and it's kept on going and blossomed. I would say.
It has.
I like that. I like that.
No, he's a good partner, and he sort of helps me with me being younger and sort of, as you would say, inexperienced maybe. But no, he's helped me, and how he plays is sort of helping me, because I can just sometimes just cover him, and then we can sort of relax and play from there. So
Because you've got very different games, haven't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So the way we see it is like he's more likely to go and attack
Go
it,
forward,
and
yeah.
you're there mopping up all his mess
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I
Every
think-
sodding time
yeah.
he misses it.
I think that's the best way to
You
describe
can call
it.
it bailing out, mopping up. I don't know.
An element of pace about it.
Yeah.
To help out.
But it does seem to work well though. It does seem to
Yeah,
work well.
I think I'd say maybe a bit quicker.
Undoubtedly.
But no, I let Stubbsy go and win the headers, and I'll just drop off and pick up the second balls and just cover him. And likewise when I go up for the headers or try to win the headers, and I think it's working well, especially now we've got settled in and got however many games in. So yeah,
It's all right as long as you're not getting sent off, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think that was taking him out the. Picking him out, yeah. So, but
take him off at the team.
yeah,
I thought that was
As
quite
they would
ironic,
say.
really, because
Brilliant.
you know that happens, and then
Yeah.
next week at training, this guy walks in. I'm thinking, I'm sure that's the fella that Josh cleaned out last
yeah.
Saturday.
I think I was just as shocked as you when the signing, when we signed him. But no, I think he's a good addition, sort of.
Dubious
Something a
sending
bit
off.
different.
Yeah,
Something
definitely. Yeah,
So dubious sending off, I think. It was more of a coming together.
I'd say it was a coming together.
And
He took you out almost.
And Kingsley did say that if he'd known he was going to be coming here, he would have just hoofed it over the bar anyway to
Yeah.
preserve those 3 points.
That's what I got told as well.
Yeah.
but I had two.
Did you believe it?
Nah, I had two minds.
We're not accounting for Slenny here.
Yeah.
Slenny could have done something.
Oh, you
also.
might have done. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, the main man in goal. Blimey. Yeah. So it's all going along really well.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the atmosphere seems to be pretty good at the club, and it's it's a shame about the early cup exits because
I know, yeah.
that's a disappointment. In fact, actually, talking of early cup exits, that very first game of the season, I thought, well, who's this fella at centre half? He comes up from the corner, absolutely creams
Yeah.
one in the corner. And then when I saw you celebrate, I thought, he's so bloody happy. And what I
was,
didn't realise was, this fella really isn't used to scoring.
No, I think the most I've got in the season is 3, 4, which isn't too bad. But
But you got our first goal
yeah,
of the season.
and it
You
was my
set the
first
tone.
senior goal, so it was a bit first FA Cup goal.
You really didn't know
So
how to
it's just-
celebrate,
no.
though, did you? You were
Not
just,
used to
You were just
scoring.
sort of like charging around like a lunatic. I mean, it was
I
fantastic.
think I got a nosebleed. I was that high up the pitch. So
Like you were.
yeah,
It's a good finish. Good finish that day.
teaching the strikers a few lessons.
Like it. Like it.
Do you think that? Well, I know we got some
Yeah.
changes there,
Yeah.
and Big Dan's up there now, and
He's got a few on too.
getting a few.
Very good
Tommy
striker.
seems to have stepped up this season a bit. He's
Yeah.
getting a few more this season. I think he was telling me the other day he's almost up to where he would normally be anyway.
Wow.
So so I think it's good for us watching as neutrals to see that because there was a time last season before you were here, before a lot of the guys were, that we tended to rely a lot on set pieces.
Yeah.
But we were tight, but it was kind of like we're looking to steal something on a
Yeah.
set piece, which I think is still a very important part of the game, of course. But now we look like we've got a few more options. I think.
Definitely.
Does feel like
So-
that.
And there's pace in the team.
Yeah,
We're
there
not
is.
quite
Yeah.
so reliant on those set pieces, are we?
And now we're an international side now with Phoenix in the 11, aren't we? I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
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 Yeah. How think he's doing so far?
Yeah, he's come in and done. I think
Couple
he's
of games.
come in and done well. He definitely run me and Stubbsy ragged that game we played against him, and then obviously he's come in and signed and played 2-3 games. He's done well, and hopefully he keeps it up and keeps getting some goals for us.
He terrified kids, didn't
He did. Yeah.
Did you say to him, look, don't mind you being here, but you get on our team,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
else's, because I'm not dealing with that every flipping week.
Yeah, when he signed, I was quite relieved that we didn't have to go up against him again. So, well, only in training, and he still runs us ragged.
Keeping you sharp.
He's keeping us sharp.
You
So.
don't win anything in
No,
training.
no.
You don't win anything in training.
But now he's good to go up against, to sort of know what you're going to be up against at the weekend or in coming weeks. So it's a good test.
Yeah, I think it'll be a tough weekend.
So, I mean, obviously, we've already talked about your fella. So, I have to spill, for the record, I have to spill beer all over the table.
Can we bleep that out?
Sorry, mate, can I get a refill? I've just chucked beer on the table. Can I? Right. Yes, please, mate.
We're not cutting that out.
Sorry about that.
We're not cutting that out.
Talking about love affairs, and I go and throw a beer on the table. It made me all nervous. Lots of different characters in the side. How do you get on with everybody? I mean, you're saying, because obviously you're relatively, you're new to the team, you're new to the area as well, so it's been quite a change of dynamic for you.
It has, yeah.
I'm right pillock here, look at that, we've made a right bloody mess.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to, or just easing yourself in to how people are and how they react.
Yeah.
And I've done it quite well. Sort of ease myself in with the defenders, then the midfielders, and work my way up the pitch, sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's,
Thanks, Will.
Say hello, Will. Good man.
yeah, it's a good way of bonding, I would say. Trying to, especially being the teammates they are, sort of give you a pat on the shoulder when they need to, or
Yeah.
give you a shout when they need to as well. So
There's a good crack like on
yeah,
the pitch as well.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you don't take anything for granted. Whatever they say, take it on the chin or have a laugh about it. So
Had any team nights out yet?
yeah, it was a messy one.
I'm surprised he's admitting to that.
A messy day, should we
Messy
say?
day,
Yeah,
what
it
was
was a
that?
long day.
Is that why you got knocked out the cup studies? You get a free
Maybe,
weekend?
yeah. Yeah, I think it was a couple of weeks back. But now, like you say, it's a good grouping bonding session.
Yeah.
So
Nice one.
worked out quite well.
Good.
I've done all my questions on it. all
You
the
have
sense what
questions?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if you
so
want
we
to.
haven't got any teammates. We're gonna have to get them in again, aren't we, at some point?
Yeah, you need to up your
I
game.
need to
on
up-
that. You really do. Yeah. So I mean, you see, suspended for the last game,
Yeah.
and you've missed a couple of matches this season. We've conceded 9 goals, so it's not. It's not like we need you there or anything, but don't go and injure yourself on the way out. Walk into the bloody car, will you? Or,
I know, yeah.
Or be in the
I think we
shit.
could do a few, couldn't we? He's been here for.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Martin.
Well,
What have
I
you
can't
got for
remember what they were. We've got a good start.
What's your preparation?
Who would you say is the most skillful player in the team at the moment?
Skillful.
There's been lots of changes in that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It's changed a lot. Yeah.
I think from playing against him, going up against him in training, the big man up top, Dan, trying to get the ball off him when he's facing you up, ridiculous. You think you've got it, and then last minute he'll take it away from you.
So I think that's quite strange, like a typical centre big.
Yeah.
It's usually the
he's
whole player, but okay.
He
got
did
very
say
good
when he
feet.
signed up that he was good with his feet as well. And I said, well, you know,
Yeah.
let me be the judge of that.
He did actually, yeah, true, he did say that. You've mentioned a messy day out of the team, I say who's got moves.
Oh,
So many to choose.
maybe give it to Speedy.
Really?
Yeah.
Little fella.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was questionable. But
They're questionable
yeah,
moves, but
yeah,
they are moves.
Yeah,
Standard.
if you would say so.
Stand out. Okay. And then who would you say trains the hardest?
That's got to be you, isn't it, Josh? I think.
I'd put myself up there.
Yeah. No, it takes it mega serious. And
I think we all take it serious.
good answer. But
Yeah, Gaffer will like that. He'll like that. It's almost as if it's a pre-programmed response.
yeah, that's it. He's been
Don't do
warned.
media training somewhere before you came in.
Try to.
Worked with the gaffer before he's coming in.
That's a hard one. That is.
That's a good sign, I suppose. If everyone's
I think we
working
all
together.
train as hard as each other, really.
Yeah.
You're obviously playing for your shirt and want to impress the gaffer, so
Well, that's it. We've got quite a big squad now. Haven't we?
yeah.
Best positions are up for grabs, which is good to have that challenge of
Yeah.
you need to be on your game.
Yeah, I like a challenge, so it's good to have a big squad, but
Yeah. Saying that, there's no one getting in between. Stubbsy is there.
Well,
after darts,
certainly not off the pitch anyway. Sophie better be warned, I tell you. Poor girl.
No.
Someone's going to have to break it to her.
I know, right? You can do it.
Oh, thanks. I have noticed though that Sophie does turn up at the matches more, keeping an eye on what's going on. So this is obviously trying to kind of like
Turn it down.
yeah, exactly, turn it down a little bit. So just a last word, if you can, Josh, with you on the gaffer himself. Because I was just thinking about this, but being as you're from Brig, and that's over north
That
east
way,
side,
yeah.
and he's from
Hull.
yeah, it's not a million miles away, is it? From
No, it's only 20 minutes down the road.
so you two kind of speak the same language.
Yeah,
Who
if
does
you
the
if you want to
translation
say
for the rest
that.
of the
Yeah, I didn't realise until a few weeks back he was from Hull. So, and as a Leeds fan, and he's a Hull fan, so
He's Hull, is he?
yeah. So
okay.
when we played each other, didn't realise until after that game.
Yeah.
So, but
Forgive him.
yeah. Luckily we didn't lose, otherwise I think I'd have got some stick from him. So, so that was a bonus.
But it seems like we're sort of, having watched a bit of the training and stuff as well, that there's a nice dynamic between sort of Paul and certainly with Dean as well,
Yeah.
and Macca. You know, it's kind of like all bringing something a little bit different to the piece, and I think that can only kind of rub off well for you and the rest of the guys, I guess.
Yeah, everyone.
You say your first experience of regular sort of first team
Yeah.
football, so
I think having different opinions helps you, or they see the game different to how we see it, being on the sideline and watching games back, and I think it helps having sort of three different perspectives in a way, and then sort of all coming together to give you one.
There's a lot of experience
Yeah,
there,
but yeah, it's helped me sort of getting, or them taking note of what I'm doing and giving me instructions or something to do which can improve my game. So yeah, it's a good mixture.
Okay.
Well, I've got one more, so it's just occurred to me. What's it like playing just in front of an absolute mentalist in Slimmy? I mean, is that an old word? he's, I mean, I love it to bits, but he's not bloody right, is he?
Probably not.
He's a great character.
Yeah, he's a great
brilliant
character. And I think having him behind us or playing in front of him is
It's when he starts playing in front of you,
yeah,
you've got a
that's
problem.
when we've got a problem. Yeah. No, he talks us through the game when he needs to, and sort of commands his box, which is, as a defender, what you want your keeper to do. So
It's box and wall.
yeah.
Should we not go there again?
No, that's last season. It's all behind us
So
now.
far.
Poor old Slim.
So yeah, he's good character, and he's what you need in a team, really. Gives you a boost when you need a boost, and keeps you going.
We think he's one of the better keepers in our league,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not shy. He's not backward coming forward, as I say.
No.
So, well, Josh, thank you so much for
Thank you
giving up
for
a bit of
having
time before you head off to training tonight. We'll probably toddle along, come and have a little watch, make sure there's nothing untoward going on.
Absolutely.
And wish you all the best for Clitheroe on Saturday.
Thank you.
Cheers, my man.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.